This is definitely how you got to start off your Friday, by going to prayer. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the new rates that Uber has. So we're going to compare the new rates to the old rates and see if it's actually a pay increase or is it a pay decrease. So we'll compare it. We'll do some math on a couple of trips I took. We'll see if the new rates are actually better or are they worse. All right, guys, so you can see the rates are now for the distance is $2.14 as opposed to $3.03 that it used to be. And it is now $1.14 per minute when it used to be 89 cents per minute. And then the base fare is staying the same. So let's compare this ride if it was on the old rates. All right, so we drove 2.61 miles times 3.02. And that would have been 788. So instead of the 560 that we got here, we would have got 788. But now we got to do the minutes calculation. So it's 18.77 minutes times 0.89. So we would have only got $16.70 for this, which is much lower than the $21.37. This ride would have been $34.12 instead of $36.51. Now let's also compare this Uber Black trip, which was $31.40. And the new rates, as you can see, is $1.57 per mile and 84 cents per minute. Now let's compare that with the old rates and see how much this ride would have been with the old rates. So as you can see, this trip was 4 miles. So if we take 4 miles times $2.14. So we would have got $8.56 for the miles. And now per minute, it was 23 minutes and 23.82 minutes. So 23.82 times the old rate was 65 cents per minute times 0.65. So we would have got $15.48 for the time, and then the base rate is 522 plus 5.22. So with the old rates, we would have only got $29.26. So it actually would have been less with the old rates versus the new rates. So I'm pretty sure, like myself, a lot of you guys, as soon as you guys saw the new rates, it looked like a pay decrease. But in most scenarios, it is actually a pay increase, because in New York City, most of our trips are not that long when it comes to miles, and it's actually longer in terms of minutes, right? Factoring in all that traffic, for the most part, it actually is a pay raise. The only people that it's not a raise for is if you're taking a trip on UberX, Uber Comfort, Uber Green, or any of those other tiers of rides, and you end up getting an out-of-town trip. Because the problem with out-of-town trips is that instead of getting paid a rate card for out-of-town miles, you get paid a surge. And I feel like that surge is not calculated properly. I'll show you guys one ride that I took like that, just so you guys can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So as you see an example, this is a Uber Black trip, and anything that's considered out of town, we get paid the old Uber Black rates, which is $2.15, and then we also get 89 cents per minute for out of town miles. So Uber XL also gets paid a rate for out of town miles. So as you can see, Uber XL, you get paid $1.70 for out of town, and you get paid 70 cents per minute for out of town. And then I will show you an Uber X trip that does not have a out-of-town rate. Okay, so perfect. As you can see, I took this Uber X trip. This was way back. This was in August. I had to go back a while to find this trip. But as you can see, so you get paid $1.24 per mile, which is lower than the $1.41 per mile that you used to get. But the time is higher because it's now 66 cents per minute, when it used to be, I think, right around 48 cents per minute. So that did increase. But this is the main problem for Uber X and Uber Green and Uber Comfort and all of these other tiers of rides, is that instead of a rate card for anything that's considered out of town, they just give you something called out of town surcharge, which it has no specific calculation on how they calculate the amount that they give you, which is, it seems a little bit shady in my opinion, and I really don't like that. Sorry if the video was a little bit shaky because I didn't have my mount with me, so I had to hold it by hand and kind of got shaky hands. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this video kind of opened your eyes to see that although it does seem like a pay decrease, for the most part, it actually is a pay increase. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. You guys already know the deal. Until next time, Escape the Matrix out.